What's up, y'all? I'm Jordy, and today I'm using a Mega Ampharos team. This Mega Ampharos team was created by a friend of the channel's, John Luke VGC, along with Mental Syndrome. They both brought it to the GC, and it seems like a pretty good team, so I'm down for it. Here we've got a hard Trick Room team. Basically every match you're going to want to lead with Farigiraf and either Incineroar or some sort of Trick Room sweeper that can protect, and you're going to want to set Trick Room. It's as simple as that. Ampharos is super slow, Aggron is super slow, Araquanid is super slow, and Torkoal is super slow. Now we've got a couple interesting things here on this team. Aggron has the heavy metal ability, so before you Mega Evolve, you have a doubled weight stat, which will give you a better heavy slam into Eternal Floette Mega form, which actually gains a lot of weight, which is weird. Like, why is Mega Aggron heavy slam into Mega Floette not maximum power? Whatever. And then we have this Araquanid, which can soak opponents to make them weak to your electric moves, and also Wide Guard, which can be really useful in potentially trying to set Trick Room up if you're worried about spread moves. Torkoal's just a Torkoal, have fun with that one. It's the classic on Trick Room teams. And the Ampharos, we've got Thunderbolt, Dragon Pulse, and Discharge for spread attack. We don't have any Discharge immunities on this team, but sometimes you can just protect or Wide Guard and hit Discharge, or in an endgame situation, or if you want to just sacrifice one of your Pokemon and it's worth clicking Discharge for, go for it. Anyways, I'm super excited to try out this team. Here's the stats for you. I think one or two of these I have slightly different stats that I'll be using. The Farigiraf, I know for sure I have a slightly different spread, but everything here is basically built really slow, and the Incineroar is really offensive on this team, is something to keep in mind. But with that in mind, let's get into these battles. Alright, Kevin with the Sun team. We don't mind Sun. We got Torkoal. Alright. Charizard, Venusaur, Farigiraf. I would think this is EV'd to live a Weather Ball from Charizard, right? 1221? That sounds right to me. So we should be able to go Incineroar plus Farigiraf here. We can Helping Hand Flare Blitz into Kingambit if we need to. And depending on their speed investment, Incineroar could be faster or slower, actually. After that, our own Torkoal seems fine, and Ampharos, I think. Ampharos I like specifically because it resists fire. The Sylveon on their side of the field, we can underspeed with our Ampharos anyway. I don't like the wall here. They've got almost exclusively special attackers. And then Araquanid is really good for Wide Guard, so that's a consideration. Probably over Torkoal, if we were to do that. Their own Farigiraf is like a potential to swing this, because if they're just imprison Trick Room and don't let us get Trick Room, I don't know if they'd go that way since they have Torkoal for Trick Room, presumably. Ooh, they're a Charizard tamer. Cool. Charizard the Unrivaled and Kingambit. You know, could be worse. We have Colbur Berry. So if they swap Charizard into their own Farigiraf, we can still get Trick Room up. Unless they're Taunt Kingambit. I think it learns that. I think the best bet is to just assume we live a hit from the Charizard. And they could have like Overheat or Blast Burn and then we're just cooked anyway. And fake out their Kingambit. Go ahead and bring in your own... Okay, they don't bring in Farigiraf, so we only have to take a hit from Charizard. We're definitely not going to take an Overheat or Blast Burn, like I said, but I don't think they're going for that. And they give us Sun, so Kingambit is now in Flare Blitz range. Watch out for that. It is Weather Ball, so this is the hit we're supposed to be able to live. Good. Good job, Farigiraf. And here's a Trick Room. Have fun with it. So I just ripped Flare Blitz into Kingambit. And I would like to get some chip on Charizard, so why not just Twin Beam? If King Gambit was Sash, the Sash is broken. We have the Sun, so Flare Blitz should KO. Did I actually use John Luke's set on this? I did! Hey, we're max attack. Flare Blitz time. And the speed between Incin and King Gambit could go either way. We live low kick. Woo! Alright, we're gonna do a double down. They were, in fact, no speed investment on King Gambit, it looks like. But this momentum can work for us. Incin goes down. Farigiraf presumably goes down because the Charizard didn't protect. And then we can get our Ampharos Torkoal combo in here and start going crazy. They could have their own Torkoal, but that's not going to be able to knock out Ampharos. Oh, they clicked Heat Wave? That makes sense, I guess. In case I swap, and Incin lives the low kick, which it did. Despite not having much bulk at all. 32-1, that's probably less than most Incins. They do have their own Torkoal, that's cool. No surprise there. And we have... Weather Ball on ours, right. Okay, do we go for the Speed Tie Eruption play? I think the Charizard is likely to protect. I actually don't mind clicking Eruption. We're min speed versus a speed tie. Mega, Thunderbolt into their Torkoal. I think Charizard is sufficiently threatened here that it would protect. While Torkoal gets off some big damage. Like 2 Earth Powers into Ampharos maybe can take out Ampharos. Their Torkoal protected. Oh, it's a double protect then. Yeah. Okay. That means I do potentially have Thunderbolt into Charizard this turn. Trick Room is here. 2 turns of Trick Room left. They can double protect the last one if they want. They presumably have Venusaur or Sylveon. If they have Sylveon, we're in trouble. I'm wondering if it's Protect Discharge, but then Torkoal's never going to get another hit off if I do that. Could be Thunderbolt Charizard plus Eruption. That's not bad. That would cover for if they swap it. Yeah, this gets me a KO almost guaranteed. Earth Power into Ampharos, that's fine. We get a full powered Eruption, which I don't think takes Charizard. We confirm their Torkoal is also min speed. Ooh, but we do over half to Torkoal, that's awesome. And taking out Charizard is really good too. No damage for you this turn. Our Torkoal stays at full health, which is awesome. In fact, if we win the speed tie... Wow, our Torkoal's a lot smaller. If we win the speed tie this turn... Oh, it's Venusaur. That's so good. And we can actually take an Earth Power. So I kind of want to... click Eruption with our Torkoal. If we win the speed tie there, we're golden. Venusaur has more special attack than Torkoal. So if they have Earth Power, they can potentially knock out our Ampharos next turn. If Torkoal gets hit before erupting, it won't take out their Torkoal, so I want to double into their Torkoal with Dragon Pulse. Their Venusaur protected, their Torkoal will not, so we're going to take their Torkoal this turn regardless. We get the speed tie. Let's go. Let's go, Pyroger. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. And now this 2v1. Are we about to lose Sun, is the question. Sun's over, right? Or is there one more turn of it? Yeah, the sun fades. I mean, that means we're clicking Eruption. If the Venusaur hits Torkoal, Eruption's still going to be our best move, even for, like, below half. Plus Dragon Pulse, for sure. They do have Earth Power. They can knock out Ampharos in one hit, but I think this double up gets them. We're at about a quarter, so our Eruption's only, like, 40 base power. But it's super effective, and you're really low health now. Perfect. Got him. Woo! Okay. Sun ran out at the worst possible time, but we were able to take it. Oh. GG. Good job, Ampharos. Good job, Torkoal. Y'all both did great. Okay, Rain team. Oh, okay. It's a Rain team. Rain is okay. Pelipper, Archaludon, Sableye, with Mega Scovillain, Garchomp, and Primarina. Torkoal has to show up to this one. It's our best bet into Archaludon. Bridgeosaurus. Do I care about getting Trick Room up? Yes. Does Ampharos need Incineroar to get Trick Room up? I don't think so. I think I could go Ampharos with Torkoal, and I would want to Mega Evolve the Ampharos for more powerful Dragon Pulses. So probably Incineroar. Araquanid, though, it gets walled by both Archaludon and Primarina. Incineroar is a little bit better support with the Parting Shot. Neither of them can get burned, which is nice. Yeah. Like, half of this team can't get burned, which is nice. And then Ampharos and Farigiraf don't really care. This is going to be a hard matchup, regardless. And they're on a 5-win streak. Yikes. Sableye Arch. Okay, pretty normal start. I'm just going to get Trick Room up and launch a Dragon Pulse into Archaludon. Get as much special damage into it as I can right now. I do want to Mega Evolve. I'll take twice as much damage, but I'll do 50% more damage, and I think that trade-off is correct for me right now. I don't know if they would straight rip a Dragon move into Ampharos turn 1 anyway. It's often the call against Trick Room Setter plus Trick Room Sweeper to just protect the Sweeper and set up Trick Room, so they... Ooh, Arch swaps. Give me a Dragon Pulse target. Thank you! Cool. I don't mind that at all. Free damage into Scovillain and not taking a hit. And your Sableye can't really do a whole lot. Yeah, you're setting up Light Screen. That's a given. 2 special attackers on the field, no doubt. How much does this do to Scovillain? Oh, you're tanky. I could Helping Hand throw another one. I could... Oh, they got defense up, speed down on under Trick Room. Good job, Moody. Oh, great. I think my best bet is to get off the field into Incineroar. I will Dragon Pulse Scovillain again. It's not going to be a KO, but it'll be really close. And here's Archaludon back on the field. He doesn't have Weather. Yeah, Scovillain's going to Mega Evolve. You're going to burn my Ampharos. But you're not going to be able to do much damage to anybody. Are you just here trying to keep Archaludon safe from an attack this turn? No, you're attacking. Maybe Leech Seed? And then Protect next turn. You do have a defense boost. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Darkest Lariat will go through their defense boosts on both their Scovillain and their Archaludon. But I have Throat Chop. No, I have Darkest Lariat because I put the wrong move on it. Haha, there we go. I will Darkest Lariat into Scovillain. No, Ampharos will move first. I think they're going to protect Scovillain anyway. It's a fake out turn. I think they protect Scovillain. In which case my best bet is to perhaps Parting Shot the Arch. Keep it weak. I don't want Farigiraf on the field. I'll click Darkest Lariat into Arch plus Dragon Pulse. The defense boost I give the Arch here won't matter. Yeah, Scovillain totally protected. Awesome. Double protect. That's neutral to me, I guess. You get some Leech Seed back. I don't know if you're scared enough to Rage Powder here. If you do, the double up will definitely take your Scovillain. I'm just going to put Darkest Lariat into Scovillain here as I Dragon Pulse Arch. Hopefully I can finally land one of these into Arch. Our Trick Room's running out, but so is their Light Screen. They haven't done much damage to us, and we're nearly through their Mega. Max Attack, Darkest Lariat. I think Incineroar takes here. And Dragon Pulse might take if they Rage Powder, so we get to redirect the Darkest Lariat. Alright, Dragon Pulse does 36% through Light Screen. They do Leech Seed our Incineroar because of that speed drop, they get to move before it. The Darkest Lariat, I think, takes. No! And they Draco. I think Dragon Pulse would have been enough here, so it's actually better that they have Draco. But that's so bad. If we had gotten a KO there, we would be in a much better position. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, this is a really tough team to beat. And they lived on 1. Last turn of Trick Room, yeah? Yeah. Alright, come on in, Farigiraf. They're gonna swap Arch. They want their stats back. Who do they bring in? Sableye? They protect Scovillain 100% of the time here. I'm gonna click Darkest Lariat plus Gleam. Darkest Lariat at Arch plus Gleam. I think they swap Arch. Are they just leaving it in to protect stall? No, they're letting me hit it. Well, that's okay. That's decent damage. And you're at -2 special attack, so it's not like you're going to do much to me. There's no Reflect Up. This will do some damage. Oh yeah, that's some damage. I don't care about stamina. They're just charging an Electro Shot. Okay. Leech Seed's getting annoying, sure. But you're in Darkest Lariat range if you redirect it, and I can get Trick Room back up. Probably guaranteed. So I'm gonna Darkest Lariat the Arch. Set Trick Room. You're at -1 on Arch now because of that Electroshot boost. I guess you could double with Scovillain into the Farigiraf? Yeah, Electroshot at -1 does no damage, really. And they let us Darkest Lariat the Arch. Which does hang on! Come on! Stop doing that! Oh, and then a Leech Seed into Farig. Okay. This is super annoying that Scovillain is healing way too much. I'm bringing Torkoal in for sure. Scovillain's back above half. Come on, stop! At least they don't have Sinistra. I'm gonna click Darkest Lariat into Archaludon, and I'm gonna swap in Torkoal. Their last is probably Pelipper. Though it's weird that they charged an Electroshot without setting Rain. Do they really value the defense boost on Scovillain that much that they don't want to give it up? And then the turn after I bring in Torkoal, I'm going to try to make a play. I assume they double protect here. If they don't protect Arch, I would love to hit it. Arch swaps into Sableye. And Scovillain protects. Okay. Big damage into Sableye. They can Rain Dance with Sableye. Or bring in Pelipper. But I want to double Scovillain here, actually. They just protected it. Darkest Lariat plus... I would like a Sun Weather Ball, but if it's a Water Weather Ball, that's fine by me. Both are neutral into Scovillain. The Sun one would do more damage because I get the same type attack bonus. But I think it'll be enough either way. And taking out Scovillain while the rest of your team is low health would be fantastic. Or give me Arch. I'll take Arch. I am happy taking Arch. Pelipper? There he is. So Water Weather Ball into Arch. How much health did you have left? I don't remember. Not enough. Nice. We won't take Leech Seed damage this turn because the slot that Leech Seeded us is not on the field. And we do over half to Pelipper. Very cool. Darkest Lariat can actually take the Pelipper, so we don't even have to worry about that. If they bring Scovillain back in, we have to worry about Rage Powder, though. But Sableye, I'm not worried about. Yeah, I just click Darkest Lariat at the Pelipper and bring in Farigiraf. This blocks Fake Out from Sableye, as well as getting our Torkoal off the field to set Sun later. If you go into Scovillain, the Sableye's actually getting our Leech Seed now from our Incineroar. So I wanted to Parting Shot and like bring Torkoal back in this turn, but I think there's a chance they actually swap their Pelipper out this turn, so I don't want... Yeah, so that would have actually lost me the Weather War. So just attacking was correct. They just put up Light Screen, okay. Should be putting up Reflect, and Incineroar's doing all the damage! Bam! Good damage, too. It doesn't affect Shiny Haps. What doesn't? You didn't say what. I know what. But a new player is going to be like, what doesn't affect me? Does Twin Beam take Scovillain from here? I'm happy to Darkest Lariat Scovillain anyway. And click Gleam to damage the Sableye. Since they have Light Screen up, I'm not confident in knocking out with Twin Beam. Alright, behind Light Screen, we do get a Gleam into the Pelipper, but then they get their Leech Seed. That's pretty good. Twisted Dimensions are back to normal. So I bring in Torkoal. And do I even bother setting Trick Room, or do I just Twin Beam Scovillain? I'm gonna Twin Beam Scovillain. I can't risk them Leech Seeding and getting health back. I gotta get Incineroar off the field. It's getting outsped by Pelipper here. I could have changed the weather with Farigiraf swap, I guess. And then Incineroar takes the Fire Weather Ball. Ooh, that does a lot of damage, though. Incineroar might not have taken that. Oh, because it was a crit. Yeah, a crit. Yeah. It's probably the right play, and they did Leech Seed. Can Twin Beam please, please knock out Scovillain? I know there's Light Screen, but please. Yes! That's going to be enough. First one, crit. Okay, crit for a crit this turn. Oh. We win the Weather War. Leech Seed does not hurt our Torkoal this turn because we got a knockout on the slot that Leech Seeded us. I think it's weird that Leech Seed works that way. Like, in my mind, the Leech Seed just going to Pelipper instead would have made sense. I would like Trick Room up. I would like Leech Seed off. So I'm going to swap in Incineroar here. And set Trick Room. If you have Rain Dance, I guess that is a little iffy. Yeah, you do. But who do you take out here? Incineroar. Yeah, that's fine. Your Sableye, we've seen Light Screen and Rain Dance. Have we even seen anything else? Now I have Torkoal on the field. So you have to Rain Dance again. And I think Water Weather Ball plus Twin Beam can take Pelipper, and the Sableye might not have an attacking move. So once we get this Leech Seed off of us, which was the point of that swap, now the Sableye can't do damage to Torkoal potentially. Weather Ball Pelipper, Twin Beam Pelipper. Now if they have Foul Play Sableye plus Rain Dance, well, that's still gonna probably lose to Torkoal. You probably need to protect Pelipper, stall out the Trick Room somehow. It's not going to be easy to do, though. At least you have the burn on Farigiraf. Alright, do you have Foul Play on Sableye? You click Light Screen when it's already up. That tells me you do not, in fact. Wow, you didn't Rain Dance. That was risky. What if I clicked Eruption? Sableye is gone. I guess Sableye doesn't matter. Light Screen wore off. Go ahead. Oh, now you get to choose between Light Screen and Rain Dance. That was the wrong turn to do that. Because now it's going to either be Sun and Light Screen, or Rain and no Light Screen. Pelipper definitely goes down this turn. If you had Rain Dance last turn, you could Light Screen this turn. But you have to pick one now. I think Rain Dance probably reduces the damage more. But this should be a KO. Yep, the double up is. If there was Light Screen up, I think it still gets it, honestly. Because it only had 2 HP there. It's 3 minutes till the battle ends, but we can end it this turn. Weather Ball plus Gleam surely does it. This is the part where you forfeit if you don't have Foul Play. I guess you could maybe timer stall for a draw if you have Protect. No, they forfeit. All right, thank you. Ugh. Good game. That was a long fought one. Wow. All right, here we've... Oh, it's Mega Lopunny. That's so cool. I don't know specifically what it wants to do, but, like, I love to see that. That's, the Aerodactyl is probably also Mega on this team, I would guess. They've got Corviknight. They've got Female Basket Legion. That's the special attacker. Sinistra and Hydreigon. Sinistra can imprison. Sinistra can prevent our Trick Room. They have so many potential taunt users. I can't even count. Hydreigon plus Aerodactyl would be an issue because they can disable our Colbur Berry with Aerodactyl's Unnerve. So we have to watch out for that lead. And then if we fake out Hydreigon, they just go for flinches with Rock Slide. Or maybe have Taunt Aerodactyl. That would be an instant loss, I think, if it's Taunt Aerodactyl plus Hydreigon lead. But in the back, Ampharos can hit almost everything super effectively, which is great. And then do I want Torkoal? Or Araquanid? Torkoal would weaken their water type. It can do good damage into Sinistra. They could potentially have Wide Guard Aerodactyl. Aggron. They've got a good mix of physical and special, plus Sinistra walls Aggron. So I'm leaning toward Torkoal for this one. Locking it in at the last second. I don't actually know how this game works if you time out in Team Preview. Does it take the ones that you've selected already? Or does it give you the top 4? I think old games have... It's Hydreigon Aerodactyl, what do you know? Okay. Taunt Aerodactyl, we lose the game. But otherwise, we're okay. They have Unnerve, as expected. Okay. We fake out their Hydreigon, and we set Trick Room. They go for Dark Pulse onto Farigiraf, because our Colbur Berry's turned off. And they either Rock Slide for the flinch, or taunt us and win the game. If we get flinched, we probably lose. That's just the way this game works. Alright, we go for the fake out for a ton of damage on Hydreigon. And they have Rock Slide, not Taunt. That is really good for us. This gives us a 70% chance to be in a great position. Hydreigon flinches. But Grazing Bolt gets up the Trick Room. Alright. Now we haven't won, but we have Dazzling Gleam, which is really great. I'm going to go for a Parting Shot into the Aerodactyl and just click Dazzling Gleam here. I want to get Ampharos on the field, and I want to do big damage to this Hydreigon. Whew, that's big damage into that Hydreigon. We also break the Aerodactyl Sash potentially, but I was guessing that it was Mega. So did they actually bring Mega Lopunny in the back? I guess they wouldn't Mega Evolve it turn 1 because they wanted to keep Unnerve, but turn 2 they could have Mega Evolved. There's Dark Pulse. I guess they keep their Unnerve for this hit to be able to KO. So that makes sense. And Rock Slide at -2 does basically nothing to our Ampharos. Perfect. Alright, we're in position. We lost one Pokemon, but we also did great damage before it went down and got Trick Room up. So, like, you could protect, but Hydreigon did move before Aerodactyl under Trick Room, so it's not Scarf. Here, is there any value to keeping our typing Pure Electric? For the end game, if Hydreigon goes for a Draco into us, potentially. I'm sure Thunderbolt can take Aerodactyl without it. And I'll launch a Weather Ball at Hydreigon in case they have Wide Guard here. And try to get cute. This should be an easy double protect for my opponent. There's one. There's two. Okay. Now we get into mind games. I clicked Weather Ball and Thunderbolt, so I'm happy to click Eruption now. That'll cover for any switches. If you wide guard here, you're just the GOAT. That's also if you have Protect and Rock Slide and wide guard. Is that normal? I think you would drop Protect for wide guard, right? Because you want dual wing beat. Eruption covers anything that can swap in. I'll Thunderbolt at the Aerodactyl slot, then click Eruption. In which case, I don't want to Mega Evolve my Ampharos yet, because if they do wide guard, they get a hit with High Dragon. Basculegion. It's going to have to take an Eruption. If Aerodactyl goes down to this, we get a double KO. But no. Okay. But big damage onto the Basculegion is really nice. And we take out Aerodactyl. Female Basculegion, I don't know what to expect. It could be their Choice Scarf user, since we know it wasn't High Dragon. In which case, that's a bit of a pin there. Is this our last Trick Room turn? Yes. I mean, Eruption clears both of the mons you have on the field right now. So, swap or double protect? And I'm just going to launch Thunderbolt arbitrarily and click Eruption. Basculegion does have Protect. Alright. This is a difficult turn. You have to hit Torkoal. There's no doubt in my mind you're hitting Torkoal. But is it like Muddy Water plus Draco into Ampharos? With the sun up, I don't feel the need to gain my new typing yet. If I lose Torkoal, I'm going to call that they have to hit Torkoal. I'm going to click Discharge Protect. I could win or lose the game off of this, but it's what I'm doing. Come on. Don't knock out Ampharos, and we're good. They launched Draco. Glad we're not a dragon type. Can we live this, though, after that chip? Yes. That's probably Muddy Water range, though. Shadow Ball into Torkoal. Let's go! Oh, this Discharge will get a double KO. And then it's a 2v1. Let's go. I don't think we saw their last Pokemon either. We took out Aerodactyl, right? Yeah, our Ampharos is super low health, so that's easy to knock out. And if you can beat Torkoal in the long game, go for it, but it's Lopunny. Our Torkoal just protected. I mean, if you fake out Ampharos, the way I lose this is I protect Ampharos and they Encore Torkoal. So I'm going to Mega Evolve Thunderbolt for the biggest damage I can. And I'm going to click Eruption, because if you go after Ampharos, I get a full power Eruption. And if you don't go after Ampharos, I get a full power Thunderbolt plus whatever happens to Torkoal. If they Encore Torkoal into Protect and live the Thunderbolt, we could probably lose there. Unless we get enough Protects off in a row to survive. So I think that's their best bet. I'm assuming they have Encore. They might not. They do have Encore. Okay, this is the right play. And I land to protect this turn, which is overall, I think, good. because next turn they're going to ignore Torkoal anyway while I fail to protect. We get the paralysis. Oh, they might not be able to move. And they quit. No, you were winning! Ampharos wasn't faster! Well, GG then. Don't quit just because you're paralyzed. Alright, we're back. The rain matchup was so long that I'm making this a 3-battle video, but thank you for watching. I do wish the Lopunny battle we could have gone and played the Encore endgame, because I would have protected Ampharos, and then we would have gotten into mind games. We probably would have been able to stall out protects before they were able to beat it, but could have been fun. But anyways, hope you enjoyed. Leave a like on this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and then go check out John Luke VGC in the description below. But anyways, I'm Jordy, and alright, peace.